Next, I would like to talk about school shootings. It seems to be the topic for violence these days, and it seems to be a big uh, target for these attacks from within, their own student body, or from outside their student body, or somebody in the community. It generally happens from that. It's either somebody that goes to the school, somebody that went to the school, or somebody that's is close to the school or works in the school that's causing these issues. Some of the things that we can do to prevent, and first and foremost, is to get the information to our kids to let them know to what warning signs to look for from people. If you see a kid that's perpetually getting bullied and he has no friends, there's a good chance that he is going to lash out in some way. It doesn't mean that he's psychotic. It doesn't mean he's going to be void of the logic and reason necessary to carry out an attack. But it is important to be on alert for things that he or she does that's going to cause them to maybe go over the breaking point and either hurt themselves or hurt others. And most importantly, just be a friend. If you have somebody that doesn't have a lot of friends and gets picked on relentlessly, or looks different, or walks different, or talks different, or is handicapped, it's important for you, especially my karate kids, to befriend them. That is your job from me. Okay? Nobody should go through this entire life friendless. We've talked about this in class many times. But some of the things that we can do as parents to protect our children is simply to get the proper pieces in place to make the school board do the right thing to protect our children. They have advanced fire alarms, they have advanced tornado drill alarms, they have all this other stuff, but they have nothing to stop this type of devastation. When was the last time you heard of a tornado wiping out an entire classroom? It doesn't happen very often at all. This seems to be the bigger topic of these days. So we have to understand, we have to make the legislation for the school districts understand that we have to get better security into these schools. How can we do that? Well, here's some ideas that I have that I'll be approaching to my local school board in Birmingham that I'm going to demand that they incorporate. And first is solid doors. The school that was shot up in Connecticut had security access. He simply broke the window next to the door and opened it. Locks at your home, locks on your car, locks in a school, locks in your work are simply there to keep the good guys out and keep the honest people honest. They do not keep criminals out. That includes the locks on your home. If I came to your home and I kicked on your door and it was locked and I kick right through it, it would be no problem to me. I'm going to go in, get my objective, and get out. And there's nothing that you're going to do to stop that. We have to understand that, so the solid doors, I'm not talking about the ones with the nice cute little windows in it. I'm talking about the ones where you can't smash into and reach in and just open it up. All the schools I've seen do not have that. Sam, Justin. Justin. I'm doing the video. So we have to get these school districts to understand that the steel doors are going to be our best and only option to get into there. So we have, and then we have panic alarms. We have, these drills and these alarms and everything else. But in the front offices and all the teachers and the janitors should have panic buttons inside or on their person to be able to get to readily access. This is going to have lights. It's going to have sirens, and it's going to alert the police immediately of what's going on. Anybody in the school that has access to this button should be able to press. It's no different than the fire alarms that these kids pull for fun or whatever. I'd rather have a false alarm and have those things there than not have an alarm at all. And that's very important. Also, a security system that opens and closes these doors. If they had a system where these alarms go off and it automatically shuts all of the doors inside each classroom so that you can only open them from the inside out using a push bar, then the attacker would not be able to get into the classrooms and see what's happening. As soon as the panic button would be pressed, these doors would be closed. It's no different than a bank or any other office building that has this type of security feature in it. Jewelry stores have the exact same thing. So there's no reason that we shouldn't arm our children with what is commonly available to us through the system. And lastly is to have a security guard on site, not a mall cop security guard kind of guy, but I'm talking about a guy like me that would stay on site all day long for, you can probably pay these guys coming back from the military right now $25 an hour because they have no jobs anyway. I'm sure they would be happy to sit there and protect your school for $25 an hour. 8 hours a day, it's not going to cost that much in the long run, less than your average janitor, because you won't have to pay them benefits. There's other companies like mine, Phillips Defense Institute, that we're going to be implementing these types of security and offering them up to local municipalities for hire. So if you, that's one way to do it. The only way that you're going to stop somebody in a school with a gun is either to run at them and try to bombard them, in which people are going to get killed, or simply have somebody there that's highly trained and can fire back and stop the threat. Chances are he's not going to stop everybody from getting shot, but he is going to minimize the damage to some degree. Because when somebody starts shooting, they start shooting. Also, surveillance cameras on campus. We need to start making a better job of why people are there, whether they have business in the school or not, and start having security checkpoints throughout the school that will allow the students to get to and from class without any issues, but also to deter any bad guys, or making it easy for them to traverse the hallways with in a combat situation. Thank you.